So I'm at the start of the layout of the floor joist, and I'm going to have the width of the building surpass the fenders just a little bit. And there's a couple reasons for this. One, I can lay the 2x4s right on the frame and they'll line up with the outer 2x4, and to gain more square footage. So I'm looking at a measurement of about 75 inches. That would give me a little bit of clearance on both sides of these fender wells. More than likely the fender wells are not square, and two, I'd like a little clearance between the frame and the fender, so if there's any movement, there's no rubbing or squeaking. So I'll cut two 2x4s at 75 inches and then have a look at it. This is where the 2x4 will land. I have it back here so I can bow it out a little bit. But there's the concept, right there. Temporary screw. Man, that's tight. So I have a real small gap there and more on that side, so let me move it a little bit. Wow, a little bit too much. So that's the idea. Thickness of the pencil on each side. No rubbing. So let me do some high-speed framing. Nope.
I see you hiding from me.
What?
I see you hiding from me.
I wouldn't do that.
Oh, you want to do that?
No. What do you think?
Are you screwing it together?
Some areas, yes.
Are you putting that 4x4 in there?
Yes. Smile, you're on camera.
Is that for extra support on the front?
Yeah.
At this point, I'm going to square up the frame, and you measure from corner to corner, then from that corner to this corner, and you want the measurement to match. If it doesn't match, move the framework one way or the other until you have a match. Then when you fasten the decking, that will keep it square, or install a temporary 2x4, screw that down to ensure it stays square, and then attach your decking up to it, remove it, and continue. So I'm going to notch out around the fender, take your square, drop it down, tighten it up, and you want to take off of this side, not the other. And we want to start about even with the fender. So from there, up here, over. Just like this. Draw you a little line. Cut the notch out. Now this is not about support. It gives you an anchor here, nailing for the decking, and the outside will be the support. Paint the bottom with deck paint for moisture protection. I'll put the smooth side up. For the deck, I'll use these ring shank nails. Got some gripping action going. Drywall nails, along with some screws. And to make it easy for the center 2x4 for nailing, find it here, put a nail in on that side, get you chalk line, line it up, follow that line with nails, piece of cake. every 4 to 6 inches. And a lot of nails on your joints. That's right. You need a bunch of little kids nailing this stuff for you. Uh-oh, I did a boo-boo. I put the wrong side up. I'll probably destroy that sheet trying to remove it. Wow. And they're the type of nails that's got the biters. Man, I might have to just bite the bullet on this one, coat the bottom, and live with it. You know what I mean? I mean, that's ridiculous. Look how many nails I got. Yeah, I think it'd be better just to coat the bottom and leave it alone. That there. That would definitely, this sheet, I either trash the sheet or coat the bottom. That sound means I'm coating the bottom. So in the next video, I'll frame it up and start on the drawer slides. Thanks for watching.